Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
And hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. This is your Golf Central update. The 2024 season getting underway tomorrow from Maui. It is the Sentry. Coverage at 6 Eastern time on Golf Channel, streaming as well on Peacock. Pre-game show with Brandel Chambly and Eamon Lynch at 4. And you can see prime time coverage right through the weekend on Sunday from beautiful Maui. The PGA Tour has been coming to the plantation course at Kapalua since 1999. David Duval winning that year. Those early tournaments memorable with Tiger and Ernie battling in that all-time classic. This is golf on the edge of the earth, and that is the lure of the sport. Not just how well these guys play it, but where they play it. And pleased to be joined now by the man who oversees it all, the tournament's executive director, Max Novena. Max, thank you for being with us and Happy New Year. I want to go back to get a sense of how you have dealt with what has happened on the day of the fire back in August. Where were you and what was your family's experience?
Well, guys, first off, aloha. It's great to be with you. It's even better to be here on Maui. The weather is absolutely tremendous. The golf course is in mint condition, and our players, our fans, and the community, most of all, are geared up to kick off the new season for the PGA Tour. Before going back to August 8th, I would even think back to Monday, August 7th, when this event was announced as the kickoff event for the PGA Tour season. We were so proud of that fact. And then sure enough, we wake up on August 8th, the power is out, the wind is howling, and we figured it was just one of those days on Maui where you'd manage your day. These things sometimes happen on a rock in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I was scheduled to take my son to soccer practice on the other side. Normally takes about an hour. And my wife texted me and she said, Google Maps is saying it's going to be 2 hours. And so I went to pick my son up. We actually drove through Front Street of Lahaina town. And it was a scene unlike anything that I've personally witnessed. You could feel that something could happen or was going to happen. That said, we made it out, and we were at soccer practice in a town on the other side. And at about 4:30, I was talking to my wife, and we lost our cell coverage. We dropped the call, and I was not able to get a hold of her again until the following day. My son and I, we ended up sleeping in our car. We could see the fires not happening in Lahaina, but happening in Kihei and upcountry of Maui, and things really started to deteriorate. And we knew that the town was burning down, and I think the rest of the world also knew that it was happening. But the people in Lahaina, because there was no Wi-Fi, because there was no cell service, knew nothing of it at that point.
Max, when you got through the initial tragedy and trauma of those days in the immediate aftermath of the wildfire, your mind had to turn to where we are now this week. How much doubt was there that the tournament was going to be staged or even should be staged in the early days?
Well, from day one, I was resolute, we were resolute that we had to play the golf tournament on Maui. We had to play on the west side. We had to play at the plantation course at Kapalua. That said, we had to make sure that the state, the county, most importantly, the people were supportive of that and that we could do it in a respectful and appropriate way. I personally think that this is what the PGA Tour is designed for and what it does for its communities, especially when they're in need. Tragedies, including wildfires, have happened in other places that the PGA Tour plays. And I think we realized very quickly we had to use our platform to really showcase to everybody what was happening here, bring continued awareness, bring fundraising, bring community service, and also, as the island moves forward, bring economic impact.
Max, specifically, what do you have planned this week to highlight the recovery and those who've helped?
Oh, man. Well, we certainly want to celebrate the new year and the new season. a field of winners and top 50 from the FedEx Cup rankings, but we're playing for an even higher purpose. We're playing to bring hope, inspiration, and just contributing in whatever way we can to help this community move forward. We're going to honor fire survivors. We're going to honor first responders. And as many of you know, our players, both publicly and privately, are stepping up in a really big way. Sentry Insurance, our title partner, has already given $2 million since the wildfires. And we're so honored and proud for what we're going to be able to do in January and, frankly, beyond. This is 5 years, 10 years, if not more.
Max, what kind of help or resource have you had from either the tour or from other tournament directors who do the same job you do but haven't had to do it in the same challenging circumstances? What have you relied on this year that you haven't needed in past years?
Yeah, well, we talk a lot about the tour family. Here on Maui or in Hawaii, we talk about ohana, and that is much more than just your mother, your father. That's your friends, your neighbors, and we've received support from all over the world. The only reason that we're able to host this event is because of all of the support that we've received from all over the world.
Max, you and your wife, Nicole's son, Rourke, relocated from San Diego to Maui a couple of years ago. Through all of this, what have you learned about your new community?
Oh, wow. Well, it's been 18 months. It's been a journey, certainly the fires, but a lot going on in the game of golf. I would say that, you hear the word aloha. Many of us think it's a salutation, a greeting. It's actually much, much more. It's being present. It's sharing connection with people. And, I think that's what myself, my wife, and my son have really learned over the last 18 months.
Where would you hope we are if we're having this conversation next year, Max? I know it's obviously a years-long rebuilding process that West Maui faces, but what would represent progress where you stand now if we're here a year from now?
Well, we're definitely going to be here a year from now, and I think there's some very, very serious challenges that the island faces. Our hope is to just contribute in our own way, help this community not just recover, but get back to a place where it's truly thriving. And it comes down to the simple things, making sure you have a roof over your head, your children have a place to go to school, you have a place where you can earn a fair wage and participate in community and ohana. And I know we're going to be able to accomplish all of that.
Playing for a higher purpose. Max, we thank you. Wish you, your family, all of your neighbors on Maui, your entire staff that has worked tirelessly to try to make this happen. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, guys. Mahalo.